Do you believe in ghosts? No? Let's watch it.
People say ghosts are not real. Do you agree this? Comment now. Shadow explainer Aja proves something else. So keep support our channel. Let's go.
If your friends don't believe in ghosts, make sure to share this video with them. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy the video, make sure to give it a like too. So let's not waste any more time, let's get in. A child was playing a game when suddenly the door to his room opened on its own. Who is that in the window? Is it a human, or something else?
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. What's happening with the lights? Because I'm looking.
The lights are off right now. Oh, it just moved. It just moved. It just moved.
A woman was cleaning her house when suddenly the cleaning machine lifted into the air on its own. A man went into the forest with a camera, and something like this was recorded on his special camera. Something happened to a child that would scare anyone who saw it. During the incident, a very strange sound could also be heard. A woman named Martina claims that for several days, her family has been experiencing strange activity inside their home. Believing an invisible force might be responsible, she installed home security cameras to capture proof. In one recording, 2 doors inside the house begin moving on their own, distracting her young son who was playing a video game nearby. In another clip, Martina is cleaning when the vacuum cleaner suddenly moves as if someone pushed it. The most disturbing moment happened when a door handle started shaking violently. As Martina tried to record it on her phone, a chair behind her suddenly moved by itself. Terrified, she and her son ran out of the living room, convinced that something unseen was inside their house. This next footage was posted by a security guard named Eric, who works at a private company building in Tampa, Florida. According to him, many people believe the building is haunted, including several employees who work there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. What's happening with the lights? Because I'm literally
The lights are.
and I can't see, like, I literally see nothing.
The lights are off right now.
Eric
It just
himself
moved. It
never
just moved.
believed in ghosts or spirits. But one night, something happened right in front of him that made him question everything. While on duty, Eric and his coworker noticed a strange shadow moving inside one of the building's windows. Thinking it could be a possible intruder, they immediately called the police. Eric stayed outside watching the window while his coworker went inside to check the room. But when his coworker reached that exact spot, the shadow had completely disappeared. They searched the entire building, yet no one was found. To this day, Eric says they still don't know who, or what, they saw that night. The sound of a small boy screaming was echoing through the area. A railway worker began walking toward the direction where he believed the sound was coming from. As he slowly moved up the station stairs, the crying became louder and clearer. The worker even called out several times, asking the child who he was and where he was hiding. Worried that a child might be lost or in danger, he started searching the entire station. But after checking every corner, he couldn't find anyone there. No child, no person, nothing. This raised a disturbing question. What would a young child be doing alone in a metro station at 2 a.m.? Interestingly, many locals already believe that this metro station in Mexico is haunted, and some say the voice heard that night may not have belonged to a child at all.
¿Dónde es? ¿Dónde es?
With the help of thermal night vision scopes, hunters today can track animals even in complete darkness. One night, a man and his friends went deep into the forest to hunt using this same technology. They knew that animals like deer and coyotes often roamed in that area after dark. However, they had no idea that something else might also be wandering through the woods. While scanning the forest through the thermal scope, they suddenly noticed a human-shaped figure moving slowly in the distance. At first, they assumed it was just another person walking through the forest. But the strange part was that the figure was wandering alone in the middle of the woods late at night. Not wanting to disturb whoever it was, they decided to quietly leave the area instead. After moving into a new house, a mother began noticing strange changes in her young daughter's behavior. The little girl had started talking to what she called an imaginary friend, something she had never done before living in that home. Concerned, the mother secretly placed a camera in her daughter's bedroom to monitor what was happening. For several days, the footage showed nothing unusual. But one night, the camera recorded something disturbing. The bedroom door suddenly opened on its own, and the frightened child quietly walked out of the room. Just before the door moved, a strange rumbling sound could be heard in the recording. The mother believes that whatever opened the door may have also made that sound. What makes it even stranger is that her daughter never mentioned hearing it, leading some to wonder if it could be connected to the same imaginary friend she often talks to. What if a witch started walking in circles near your house while casting a spell? Is this a human, or something else? Tell me in the comments.
Apenas se puede respirar.
Is this a human? After checking the CCTV, people there believed it was a jinn. Do negative energies only appear in deserted places? Let me show you a ghost inside a hotel. Is there some negative energy here pushing this chair? In this strange clip, a woman can be seen walking in circles while holding something in her hand, right next to a broom lying on the ground. Because of her unusual behavior, many people online started calling her a witch. After slowly moving her hand over the broom, she suddenly begins dancing in a wild and chaotic way. Her movements look completely out of control. At one point, a nearby car alarm suddenly goes off, making the scene even more unsettling. But the woman doesn't react at all and continues acting strangely near the broom. Some people believe she might be performing some kind of ritual, while others think she could simply be someone behaving oddly in the middle of the night. So what do you think? Was this really witchcraft, or just a strange moment caught on camera? In this strange clip, it's honestly hard to tell whether we're looking at a human, or something that looks more like a monster. The video reportedly went viral on Chinese social media, but almost no clear information about it was ever confirmed. In the footage, a man can be seen behaving in a very unusual way, moving strangely and acting as if he's not even aware of the camera. His appearance and movements left many viewers confused and a little disturbed. Because of that, people in the comments started calling him Sandman, saying it looked like he was completely covered in dirt or soil. Of course, there could be a simple explanation. Maybe he just had a strange habit or was doing something unusual. But the way he looks in the clip definitely makes the whole scene feel mysterious. In this clip, hundreds of people had gathered together for prayer. Everything looked completely normal at first, with the crowd quietly standing in rows. But during the prayer, something unusual was captured on camera. A strange white shadow can be seen moving through the middle of the crowd. What makes it even more confusing is that the shape appears to glide over the people, almost like it's floating above their heads. For a moment, It moves quickly across the group and then suddenly disappears. Some viewers believe it might have been a drone or something flying overhead. But others pointed out that a drone wouldn't just vanish like that within seconds. Because of that, many people online started wondering if the camera had actually captured something far more mysterious. People often say paranormal events usually happen in abandoned places like ruins or graveyards. But does that mean strange things can't happen in crowded places too? This next video tries to answer that question. The clip was recently uploaded on a YouTube channel, and it reportedly comes from a restaurant in Pakistan. In the footage, a young man sitting at a table tells his friend that the empty chair in front of him just moved on its own. At first, it sounds like he might be joking. But as he's explaining what he saw, the chair suddenly shifts again, right in front of them. Both of the boys immediately get nervous and decide to leave the restaurant. After the video went viral, some people suggested it could just be a trick to make the restaurant famous. But if that were true, would anyone actually feel comfortable eating there? Sometimes people joke that a common man could spend his whole life running around government offices trying to get his work done. But what if someone actually died waiting, and came back as a ghost to take revenge? That's the strange idea people started talking about after watching this CCTV clip from inside a government office. In the footage, the room looks completely normal at first, with chairs and desks placed neatly around the area. But suddenly, one of the empty chairs begins to move on its own. Then another chair shifts slightly as if someone invisible just pushed it. The people inside the office quickly notice the movement and get visibly nervous. Interestingly, whatever caused it didn't hurt anyone, it only moved the chairs. Still, it was enough to leave everyone in the room completely shaken. A news reporter in the city of Detroit was doing a routine report and probably never expected to capture something strange on camera. The report was being filmed inside an old church, and everything seemed completely normal during the live broadcast. While the reporter was speaking, the camera was recording the quiet interior of the building. But later, when the footage was reviewed, something unusual appeared in the background. A faint shadowy figure seemed to move briefly across one side of the church. Because the report was broadcast live, the reporter claimed there was no chance the footage had been edited or manipulated. The moment quickly caught people's attention, and the clip was later discussed again in another TV segment as producers tried to investigate what the mysterious figure might have been. A YouTuber named Bhaskar once experienced something during a late-night bike ride that he still can't explain. He and one of his friends were traveling on a quiet road near Jaipur while recording their journey on camera. Because they were confused about the right direction, they slowed down and noticed a man walking alone on the side of the road. Bhaskar tried asking him for directions several times, calling out to him, but the man didn't respond at all. He just kept standing there silently. Feeling a bit uncomfortable, the two friends decided to keep moving forward. But only a few seconds later, when they looked back at the same spot, the man was gone. The road behind them was completely empty, and there was nowhere nearby where someone could have disappeared that quickly. This next clip was reportedly recorded at night inside an empty hospital. According to the description under the video, it was filmed by a healthcare worker named Rohit. He claimed that while working the late shift, he noticed something strange, several doors in the hallway seemed to open and close on their own. Even though the building looked completely quiet, Rohit decided to record what was happening. As he walked through the corridor with his phone camera, one of the doors slowly moved again. Even though no one was standing nearby. Feeling uneasy, he called one of his co-workers to check the rooms with him. They looked inside each room, trying to find what could be causing it, but everything appeared empty. Then they both heard a strange whistling sound echoing through the hallway, which made the situation even more unsettling. This video was recently uploaded on Facebook by a woman from China. According to her, the clip shows her sister Robin and one of her friends recording themselves while playing a small game just to pass the time. At first everything looks completely normal. They are sitting at a table with a few empty cups placed in front of them. But suddenly Robin notices that one of the cups near her friend slightly moves on its own. Thinking it might be nothing, she ignores it and walks to the kitchen to make coffee while the camera keeps recording. That's when the cups start moving again without anyone touching them. What makes it even stranger is that the cups were completely empty. Robin later said that strange things have been happening in their house for days. Hunting YouTube channel from South Korea once explored what locals call the most haunted hospital in the country. The building had been abandoned for years, its hallways silent and falling apart. But the moment the investigator stepped inside, strange things started happening. In one of the patient rooms, a hospital bed suddenly began moving on its own, as if someone invisible was lying in it. Clearly shaken, he still walked into the room to see what was causing it. It almost felt like a warning telling him to leave. But when he ignored it, something even more disturbing appeared. A shadowy figure showed up in front of him, forcing him to run for the exit. Even outside the building, he claimed the same shadow appeared one last time, almost like it was watching him leave.
잠깐! 아! 잠깐! 아!
But a little later, the team witnessed something that completely shocked them. When they reviewed the night vision footage, they noticed a figure sitting near an old well, crouched down in a strange position. At first it looked like a person, but its movements didn't feel normal at all. Then the figure slowly stood up, and that's when things got even stranger. Its legs seemed to disappear in the darkness. The figure leaned over and stared deep into the well, almost like it was calling something from inside. Moments later, another shadow appeared to rise from the well itself. Some believe it could just be a glitch in the night vision camera, but the way the figure seemed to summon that second shadow makes people think there might be something very wrong with that well. The next video feels like an unsolved mystery. In the footage, a woman wearing a black veil stands near a cement wall, repeatedly tapping the same spot with her finger. She keeps pointing at that exact place, almost like she's trying to tell people something is hidden inside. Eventually, the people around her decide to break the wall with a hammer. But even while they're doing it, she continues pointing at the same area in a frantic way. After part of the wall is opened, they reportedly find a large iron nail buried inside, along with a piece of cloth. According to those present, the woman was believed to be possessed, and the spirit speaking through her claimed someone had used dark magic against the house. If you ever hear strange noises coming from your kitchen late at night, you'd probably grab something to defend yourself, just in case a thief broke into the house. That's exactly what the person in this video thought. Instead of a stick, he decided to use his phone camera while slowly walking toward the kitchen to check what was making the sound.
Amy. 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 Amy.
At first, he believed it might be a woman he knew, someone named Simi, maybe hiding or playing a prank. But as he followed the noise and stepped into the kitchen, the room was completely empty. No one was there. Yet on the recording, something strange appeared for a moment, a hand moving from the side of the frame. The problem is, there was no one in the room who could have owned that hand.